Dave Rubin dunking is always an extremely entertaining and just a fun hobby. You know, just dunking on Dave Rubin really at any point that you gain the opportunity is a good idea. And Anna Kasparian has this fairly new show. It's not that new, actually. It's called No Filter. She's called out the Rubster a couple of times already, which is really cool. It's been fun watching, you know, her and Jenk and John and then, you know, Michael and Sam over on the Majority Report, just everybody dunking on him left and right. It's extremely entertaining. And the billboard did end up going up, although I don't think the billboard is anywhere near where Dave Rubin is, so I don't think he's actually going to end up seeing it, which sucks. But everyone who donated to that apparently got refunded because the person who started the GoFundMe decided to personally finance it, so, you know, either way, I guess that's cool. But I'm genuinely curious to see, and Anna's going to touch on this, is Dave ever going to even acknowledge the people who are his detractors, or if he's just going to... You know, it's tough to just stay silent for that long. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough. It's got to be hard to be getting hit so much and then just never responding because you're too scared to do so. I mean, that's got to be really difficult and really toll-taking, if you ask me. So she went after him. She's going to call him out for being the biggest coward on the planet and also being a huge hypocrite. Check it out.
Seder has been asking Rubin for a debate or a conversation for more than a year now. I also offered to debate Rubin during last year's Politicon. Didn't get an answer back. It's important to know all of this as you watch the November 2018 clip that I'm about to show you.
How can we get the most diverse group of people to speak? Like, I'm thinking about something from the intellectual dark web to speak there. I think it's great if we can get Alan Dershowitz. Just how can we get diversity of thought?
So why is it that this new right, or whatever you want to call it, young conservative group, whatever it is, why is it that you guys are able to do this? And I see virtually none of this on your counterparts on the left.
That's not true. I mean, the left has organized and mobilized youth. Just right now, we are...
Well, I mean, no, but I'm talking about diversity of thought. Like, where are they bringing in people that they even mildly disagree with? I'm not talking about scary conservatives. I'm talking about old school liberals. Where are they inviting them to just have an interesting conversation?
The left...
Oh, where are they inviting them, Dave? Look, while Dave Rubin incessantly claims the left is afraid to speak to people they disagree with, the reality is that he's been dodging calls for a debate with Sam Seder for quite some time now. In fact, one of his viewers paid $100 on YouTube Super Chat to ask him to debate Sam Seder. The question read, Dave, this is a very brave move on your part. Kudos. Have you heard about the SJW nonsense on the Majority Report where they keep challenging you to a debate? You should have Sam on and totally destroy him in the battle of ideas. Proceeds could go to charity. Watch how Rubin reacted to the question as he read it live on his show.
Hey, Dave, this is a very brave move on your part. Kudos. Have you heard about the SJW nonsense on the? I don't even care about those guys. It really just honestly doesn't matter. Viva la free speech. Good luck, Dave. You Patreon. All right, I'm reading these live.
Oh, but it does matter, Dave. You know it matters. And that was embarrassing. And I love it. There's even a fundraising effort to call Rubin out on all of this. A GoFundMe page has raised more than $1,500 for a billboard in LA that includes the hashtag #DebateSamSeder. Look, it's one thing to pretend like your current political positions are genuine and not influenced by your donors. It's another thing to lie and paint the left as scaredy cats who can't handle a debate with a dimwit. Because obviously that's not the truth. People want to debate you, you just haven't been responding to them or have denied the debates. He speaks with such conviction when sharing his newfound libertarian opinions, yet he turns down all opportunities to explain and defend them. If people were accusing me of being a fraud who didn't actually believe the things I say, I would jump at the chance to defend myself and my political views. Rubin is unwilling to because it's not easy to defend your politics when you're simply paid to regurgitate someone else's political thoughts.
Yeah, so it seems to honestly be a tactic and a trend amongst the right wing now to just ducking debates. It is a new phenomenon of 2018, which is now carried into 2019, because remember that during the whole Politicon saga, we'll call it, the Politicon arc, a massive amount of Republicans and conservatives who are too scared to debate lefties at Politicon. You had Ann Coulter backing out. You had Steven Crowder backing out because his dad made the judgment call that it probably wasn't a good idea for Sam to debate Steven. And most importantly, Ben Shapiro backing down from a debate with Kyle. He said that, I'm doing no debates this year. So the debate god didn't do any debates at Politicon, but he's still deemed this sort of debate god, if you will. Now, this is obviously very true. I mean, with Dave Rubin, your whole taxonomy, your entire life, everything is based upon, the free marketplace of ideas, the free exchange of ideas. And she highlighted there about how, where is the IDW of the left? Why are they not having conversations? Why are they not being tolerant? And it's amazing that you can do that as Dave Rubin. I mean, you have ghosted all of your detractors. Literally anybody who's a detractor of yours on the left, you have effectively ghosted, ran away from, and just cowardly dipped out 100%. It's embarrassing, dude. It really is. It's sad to see. I mean, whether it be David Pakman, who you're strategically dodging by claiming, scheduling issues when you could easily have him on, and whether it be, the most obvious one is obviously Sam Seder from the Majority Report, who is offering to debate him pretty much on his show, literally anywhere on any platform. Sam Seder is down. And it does not seem to be the case that Dave Rubin is reaching out. Now, remember, Anna Kasparian offered to debate Dave Rubin, and it was hilarious because she put it out on Twitter. Politicon responded to the tweet because the tweet was framed as "Who wants to see?" I think it was something like "Who wants to see me debate Dave Rubin at Politicon?" Politicon responded with like an emoji putting their hand up because they're like, shit, this is going to be this is going to be good for our business. So we want this here. And what that means is like it would be everything is set up except for one piece of the puzzle, Dave Rubin. And he's too fucking scared to speak to Anna Kasparian. He's too scared to speak to Sam Seder. He's too scared to speak to David Pakman. And I hadn't previously seen that clip of him with Kyle Kashuv and saying that, where is the left intellectual dark web? And I think his whole thing is, the left isn't tolerant of ideas and all this garbage nonsense because the dude's a just massive fraud. But, guys, this is unbelievably hilarious. I really hope to see the continuing of Rubin bashing because there truly is nothing better than Rubin bashing. And I'm genuinely curious I have a couple of questions about him. One of them being, how does he sleep at night? Although some people are now saying that, he drinks himself to sleep. Although I don't think that's true. But the other question I have now is, like, how long are you going to hide for? Are you legitimately going to spend the rest of your life running away from Sam Seder, potentially Michael Brooks, Anna Kasparian, and David Pakman? Are you going to continue to actively run away and dodge them for the rest of your existence on this earth, on this planet, on this earth? Is that what you're going to do? Because I got to tell you, while you may think that seems easy, I'm sure that in his position, it is essentially impossible because you're constantly getting badgered by rational people on Twitter who are calling you out for being an idiot. And so your block list is over 9,000. And there's a billboard going up and people are sending super chats saying, go and debunk their SJW nonsense on their show. Have them on, debunk their SJW nonsense. And you refuse to even utter the two words Majority Report. It's absolutely insane. Like, it's not as easy as you may think. You may be thinking, oh, it's easy for them to just ignore. It's really not, especially if the trolling continues and it only amplifies. I mean, I'd really like to see video footage of someone going to one of Dave Rubin's, I think he does stand-up or something, or comedy shows, which is really horrifying. I mean, we all know his comedy is just, can we get a round of applause if you are a classical liberal, or raise your hand if you're a classical liberal. It's just polling data, basically. And then he throws in some really shitty jokes. But someone should really go and troll him, because there's no way that, we can stop, and we need to increase the trolling. And this exists with Steven Crowder now, too, where people need to start trolling him for ducking Sam Seder like a little pussy. And people have been doing that. They've been, sort of barraging his Twitter on his tweets, and they've just been, they've just been getting him pretty well. And I hope that continues with Dave Rubin, because we can't let up now. We have to keep going. So, I'll continue to dunk on Dave Rubin. I'm sure everyone else will.